Ray Binkowski with the one and only Lisa Brandt.
Hi, everybody.
Standing in the Hy-Vee in Sycamore, Illinois. We were asked to do kind of a food prep basics, or give us the before the big food prep for somebody that's new, trying to make that lifestyle change. And we're standing in, I guess, the produce section.
Our shortcuts area, actually.
And why is it called shortcuts?
Well, because they've done all the work for you. So it's all cut up for you and it's all ready to go. And you can, for example, butternut squash. Butternut squash is kind of tricky to cut up. So if someone's going to do it for you, you can use this in salads, you can use it in soups, you can roast it. You can do a lot. Add it to like some quinoa or some couscous or something like that and make kind of like a grain-based salad. So lots of different ideas.
And this would be, squash would be a carbohydrate.
Yes.
So neat by color would be the red groups. I know some of you that had asked for the meal prep
carb.
basics are probably going to say, what is squash?
Yeah.
Well, that's what it would actually be.
Yeah.
Very versatile.
Yeah, extremely versatile. And I mean, you can mix it with other things. You could roast it with some apples, it'd be wonderful, like some Granny Smiths. And you have some tart sweetness from the apple, and then this is a little more mild, so you could do something like that together. You could add a little brown sugar or cinnamon to it.
And you'd bake it in the oven then?
You could bake it around 400 degrees.
For how long?
Just till it's starting to brown and you put a fork in it and it seems done. Maybe 15, 20 minutes.
So this would be something that
Already prepped.
you could probably, it's cut, it's cubed. You could buy it, bring it home.
Right.
And if you wanted to prep for the week, you could do that, the cooking on the front end, and then put it in the fridge for a couple days, and it would probably be best reheated in the oven.
Yes.
But if you're crazy busy after work or school or with kids' activities,
You could microwave it, yeah.
or it could be something when you get home from work, it's prepped. You
Just
said
have to
start
put
the
it-
oven.
Start the oven as soon as you get in the door.
As soon as you get in the door, preheat the oven, and then throw it in the oven.
Yeah.
And it will take some of the time out. The other,
And you said that you always like to do things in the microwave because it's faster and you don't have much time. But some things just taste better in the oven. When they're roasted, the roasting brings out the natural sweetness of things. So like potatoes or squash or cauliflower or Brussels sprouts, you actually get a little sweetness in them from the roasting.
And I would totally agree. I think everything tastes better in the oven, but it does require a little bit extra
more
planning.
time, right.
And to use Lisa's tip, like if you know you're going to do something like that, as soon as you get home from work, start the oven.
Right.
And then get the kids situated, the pets, get out of your work clothes or whatever it might be,
Right.
and then you just have
you
the
can
cook
pop
time.
things in the oven because by the time you've taken care of your kids and pets, you're ready to go.
You're ready to go. And what's kind of cool is this section of our Hy-Vee in Sycamore, they actually have in their shortcuts, there's all kinds of stuff that's taken the work out of the actual prep part. So you could literally come to your local Hy-Vee and you could pick up a variety of these items and you're gonna have stuff that's ready to go, whether it be for dinner or we talk like you're holding a jar. So I'm thinking maybe put some ranch dressing in the bottom of the jar and stack the peppers inside the jar. Now you have a portable,
easy snack to take with you. Yeah, I like that idea. Or you could do it with carrots, or some carrots and celery, or some cauliflower, or whatever you like.
and it would be a nice portable option. And again, Hy-Vee's done some of that legwork for you, so you don't have to spend as much time.
Right.
Now, what else could you do with the jar?
So, well, you could cut up almost anything. You could slice up apples or oranges and throw it in here. You could do vegetables in here. We've talked about it before, the overnight oats in here. Just an easy way to take any snack with you.
In the jar in the fridge, the vegetables tend to last longer.
Right. And they're ready to go. It's already cut up. You open your fridge, you see the jar, you grab it, and there you go. Whereas if you see the celery, you got to cut up the celery, you got to cut up the carrots or wash the carrots. It's more work. So if you do that prep time ahead on the weekend, then it's all ready to go. Or if you buy something like this that's done for you.
And this, this makes it even easier to check out your local grocery store, see how much of the legwork they've done for you, and take advantage of it. Now, we've got bags of potatoes, right?
So these little potatoes are I had these last night for dinner.
Okay.
And these are the Hy-Vee brand of potatoes. They're baby potatoes. There's gold ones, there's purple ones, there's red ones.
But we can eat potatoes.
You can have some potatoes.
There's nothing wrong with having potatoes.
No.
And yes, they're a carbohydrate.
Yeah, and they have some potassium in them and some other vitamins and a great source of fiber. So what I do with them, I quarter them, I throw some olive oil on top of them, and I roast them in the oven at 400 degrees. Now, I put a seasoning on mine, some garlic, pepper, whatever I have on hand. I like garlic a lot, so I use a lot of garlic. But they are delightful in the oven. They get kind of crunchy on the outside, and they're nice inside. So this is actually what we had at dinner as part of our dinner last night.
And again, you're going to have the oven bringing out some of those flavors. I like to use the kosher salt, the larger grain salts on top with the olive oil. The other thing, and I don't know how well you can see this in the bags, but you know, Lisa and I talk a lot about when you have kids, making food fun, or you know, don't yuck their yum.
Right.
And with the colored potatoes, this is a fun way to have a discussion about food with your kids and introduce them to some good healthy options and also variety.
Right, and most kids haven't seen purple potatoes, so that's a really fun one to do, and they taste delicious. So it's great to get this little variety because there's red ones, there's gold ones, and there's the purple or the indigo blue ones. Those are all fun to eat. Lots of different nutrients because of different colors.
And
so the kids could certainly help cut those. They're small enough, easy enough. They could even use a butter knife to cut them in half for you.
And it's a decent alternative to French fries.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially roasted in the oven.
Right.
They get that crunchiness on the outside like a French fry does.
Without the frying.
Yeah.
And and it's fun for the kids.
It's a lot of fun.
What else we got?
Yeah.
Next week?
Next week. We have a class next week, everybody. So we hope you'll come out. It's about pumpkin, but we're also going to have some squash recipes. It's a lot of fun. It's in our club room. It's free. It's open to the public. It's next Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. So we hope you come out for it.
So next Wednesday night, 6 p.m. here at the Hy-Vee in Sycamore.
Here at the Hy-Vee in Sycamore.
If you're local, come on by. I know some of you that tune in are not. We understand there's people in other states tuning in.
Right.
But you can definitely watch. We'll probably be sharing some of the recipes, photos, and maybe some video of what we do that night.
Maybe we should do some video that night.
We should.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun, and everybody has a really great time. And I think they're always surprised at some of the stuff we make and how easy it really is.
And that's kind of like the squash. Like when you talk about making soup, the soup we made the last time at our event, like literally we baked, or you guys cooked the squash in the slow cooker for how many hours?
Well, no, we did it in the oven.
Oh, you did in the oven?
Yeah.
Okay. So how long did it cook in the oven?
We just roasted it in the oven. Then we put it into a crock pot.
And used a hand mixer.
And blended it. And then it cooked most of the afternoon.
How many ingredients was that? Just a handful?
Yeah, it was onions and the squash and some peppers, I think. There wasn't much, 4 or 5 ingredients.
So 4 or 5 ingredients and you can make squash soup. It's not that hard to do. You just have to allow some time in the oven for it to bake. Mm-hmm. And then you need a hand mixer.
But you know, that's a great thing to do on a weekend or on a day off. When you've got some time and you don't have to be somewhere, you could start it and then make it in the crock pot during the day, and then that could be your soup for like lunchtime all week.
For a couple days.
Right.
So again, another great option. That's probably about it, isn't it?
I think so.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you Wednesday.